not going to get a contest, they're going to get a fight. They're going to get their money's worth. If they paid 50 bucks for a pay-per-view and my fight's on there, they're going to get a fight. My time in the Marine Corps, I mean, every day we're training ourselves mentally to be that kind of guy who anytime you get knocked down, you get back up and you're going to go again, you're going to go again, you're going to go again. And that was my environment. You know, for 9 years, I was in the military, and I loved it. I think MMA is such a pure sport for me in that there's no excuses. I've played team sports my whole life, and I would see guys who are still happy after a game they lost because individually they played really well. You know, I rushed for over 100 yards, or I had 12 tackles, so it's everybody else's fault. You know, with MMA, you have to go out there, the spotlight's on two guys. There's so many different things that you find out about your character, what you have inside, that regardless of whether you win or lose the fight, you gain something from it. And people can see character traits. They can see things about a person while they're fighting that they can't see if you're playing football, if you're playing basketball. You know, and even when a guy wins or loses, how they react to it, how they treat their opponent, how they execute it, how hard they fight. You can see their spirit while they're in there. And I have actually become a much better person through my losses than I ever did through my wins. And I'm grateful for them, because ultimately, you know, my main job is being a husband and a father. Everything else is a puppet show. And so those losses, as humiliating as they are, they teach you things about yourself. They make you see things in a bigger perspective. The same thing has always gone through my head right before a fight, and it's really just what got me into the sport. You know, I'll think about all of my buddies who have lost their lives in combat, whose lives were cut short and didn't get the chance to be a father, didn't even get a chance to get married, walk down the aisle, and live all these different life experiences that I've had the opportunity to do. If this friend had the opportunity to live again, and all they had to do was go through this next 15 minutes and fight as hard as they could for 15 minutes or for 25 minutes, what would I think they would answer? Well, of course their answer would be yes. They'd go out there and fight with a smile on their face. And I think thinking about, you know, the people and the men and women that I've been able to serve with that lost their lives puts things in perspective and makes me realize how lucky I am, so that I go out there and I get the whole experience of fighting. I give it my all, and I take everything away from it that I shouldn't, and realize how fortunate I am.